Get a little bright in there. Let's set that there. Let's set that there. Let's look and see what's going on. Make sure that's still. We got sound. Okay. Adjust the camera up. And then I gotta hit, I forgot. Let me fix this. There we go. Okay. All right. John's in his game live on PlayStation. Let me hit the mute on that. It's time to put the KC helmet on. Okay. There we go. Rock on, baby. That's the way we like it. That's the way we like the first playoff game of this year. Get this. Get that shut. Okay. First playoff game of the year. I think it's deserving of some marshmallows. I haven't decided how in the heck, how many I want of these, just a few. And I'll show you something special about this cup. Okay, something special about this cup. Check this cup out. What's it say on the front there? What's it say? It's Chiefs Kingdom here. So, can't drink it. I can't drink it. Let me see. Yeah, there we go. That's a cool way to drink it. To get another one in there. Look at this. Some hot chocolate on this cold night. We got some snow coming. Take off the helmet now. Put the little strap back over here on. Big Ben's last game tonight. Maybe. I mean, he said he was going to. Everybody thinks he'll retire. You know, I'm not for sure exactly. But it's a possibility that he may retire. We're going to go over his box score for his final night. We're going to go over Kansas City's box score. I'm going to give you the Trio Award. I'm going to take off the flashing lights here. A little bit over this way, as you can see. Let me see if we flip it. There you go. There you go. Let's do that so you can see them better. We're going to make them a solid red. We know we got the victory. Boom. Solid red. Okay? If you're coming in, please hit the like button, the share, comment out. Really appreciate it. The more you guys watch the live stream, the more I get watch hours up and stuff like that. Tonight, it's about the Chiefs Kingdom. First wild card game of the 2021-2022 season. We didn't get the 1 seed like Tennessee did. We didn't get the bye. There's only one team gets a bye now. So we had to play. And we had to play Pittsburgh. Week 16, we demolished them, and tonight wasn't really no difference. They did get some touchdowns a little bit later in the game that made the game, I won't say more respectful, but at least Big Ben got himself a touchdown pass, you know, and got in the end zone. He was trying to get in the end zone at the end there again to make it a little bit even more respectable. And go lay down, Tank. But he couldn't get it done because our defense, I don't know if they just didn't want him to. Like, I almost think should it be like one of those movie moments where they just say, okay, let's just part out of the way and let him score his touchdown. You could tell he really wanted that touchdown, but he couldn't get the job done. So, on that last one, but at least he was right. I mean, I don't know if he actually was just joking with this when he said at the beginning of the week, before during the postseason press conferences that, hey, we just got to go out there and try to have fun. We know we're big underdogs, probably not going to win. I don't know if he really meant that. I think he did, but they did get Juju back. Even if Juju couldn't run everything, he still had Juju. They had Harris, they had their running back. They had Claypool. Watt was out there on defense. I mean, they had their pieces. It's just Ben's older, and it's the Chiefs' time. The Chiefs are about to join some company. I think they were saying like it was the Dolphins and the Patriots and the Bills who've been to at least 3 straight Super Bowls in a row. And we know the Chiefs are not there yet. I mean, they got their work cut out. They got Buffalo coming in. Speaking of the Bills, they got Buffalo coming in next week after this victory. And you don't know exactly what's going to happen. You're assuming that you have a good chance to win because you're at home. But you can't rule out that Buffalo has already proven that they can get the job done against you. So let's look at something real quick. All right, so box scores, and I'm going to go ahead and give you the Trio Award. Number 1, McKinnon, Jerick McKinnon. He deserves a Trio Award, meaning the top 3 players or top 3 areas of our teams. Tank, leave that alone. Go lay down. That's my deer hunting thing. Go. Nope. Go lay down. McKinnon, I think, deserves it. McKinnon's got some chances here to be, our running back. I mean, Clyde wasn't there again tonight because of injuries. Gore didn't run as great. Williams had it still. I think Williams still kind of banged up a little bit too. So McKinnon has done it the last few games. So I like McKinnon. I'm gonna tell you what. Hardman had a couple good plays on offense, a couple catches. So did Robinson. But Hardman really on special teams was a big difference tonight. So, I mean, I'm going to give one Trio Award to McKinnon, give the other Trio Award, of course, to Patrick. Patrick had 30 of 30 attempts with 39 completions. Sorry, 39 attempts, 30 completions, 404 yards, an average of 10 yards per throw, 5 touchdowns. He did have that one interception where Watt jumped up and deflected because Patrick was trying to hit someone all the way across. I don't know exactly if it was Pringle or if it was Hill or whoever he was hitting trying to cross, but he had someone over there and threw a cross body, and he got it deflected, intercepted. That's going to happen sometimes. But if we look at Big Ben, he was 44 attempts, 29 yards, 215 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. And his average was 4.9, so you can round up to 5 yards a throw. 5 yards per attempt. You know what, Big Ben? You went out, no interceptions, buddy. Your team tried. 2 touchdowns. You've got 2 Super Bowls. Hang your head up in a positive direction. And off-field stuff, regardless of what people say about his pass and off-field, when you're talking about sports and what people do, off-the-field stuff does involve sometimes on an opinion about somebody, but right now, when someone's saying great career and stuff to him, they're just talking about what he did on the field. So what he did on the field, great career, Let's look at McKinnon real quick on rushing. McKinnon had 12 carries, 61 yards, 5.1 attempt. This is all from ESPN, guys. 15 yards with his longest. Patrick Mahomes was running tonight, 3 attempts, 29 yards, average of 9.7 yards per 23 yards. And 23 was his long. And I tell you what, he would know when to get down correctly and make sure he can get another snap. Dak Prescott. That's a slap in the Cowboys fans' face. Sorry about that, but it's the truth. Prescott should have known. They really had a chance there. I mean, if they get down, even with 2 seconds left, he has a really good chance. He's got some good weapons that could go out there and catch a pass for a touchdown for him. So, got to know that, Dak. Got to know that. All right, and then you got, if you look at Kelsey had a good game. He had 5 receptions, 108 yards, and a touchdown. McKinnon, there's where McKinnon again, 61 yards. His all-purpose yards were out, and it was crazy. 81, 6 reception, 81 yards, 13.5 yards per average with the touchdown, and Kelsey's average was 21.5. You know, that's a couple big chunk plays there. Tyreek Hill, not so bad. They gave him, he did have a TD. He caught one over the shoulder. I remember that now. And then also, if you look down here, Pringle had 2 touchdowns. So Kelsey and Hill played great. Hardman had 4 for 43. I really like that. It says as long as 41, so his other 3 weren't really much. They were either behind bubble screens. That's what they were. But still, he contributed, and he contributed in special teams as well. And then Robinson, where is Robinson at? 4 for 76. His long was 29. 5 targets. Everyone was getting a chance to catch the ball and do something. Pringle had the most targets, tied with Kelsey with 7 and 7. What I'm basically saying is, the defense did their thing. They didn't give up any points until after the first quarter. They didn't give up anything. They gave up 7 in each quarter thereafter. But that's it. You know, Kansas City was putting in 21-14 in the second and third, and then they got fourth quarter. They put up the one lone touchdown. But, you know, hats off to the defense as well. But let's look at, I really think McKinnon and Mahomes should be in the trio award. And then I think one more guy, I'm going to give it to, if I had, honestly, man, Pringle deserves to be mentioned because he had 2 touchdowns, and he did great with 7 targets. He did convert on every one of the targets besides 2. But honestly, this guy deserves this. I mean, I know he didn't do much in the receiving corps, but special teams, Malik Hardman showed up. So I'm going to give Hardman the other nod for the trio award. As far as offense, if I want to throw in the defense as a whole as another, you can't really do that because trio means 3, not 4. So we'll give the defense the part of the trio award, and we'll give a honorable mention to Pringle and to Hardman and Robinson. All 3 of those guys get honorable mentions, and they're pretty darn good players. So I was happy to see that we did really well. The Chiefs are now on their way to play Buffalo. We mentioned that earlier at the top of the video. Playing Buffalo is going to be a challenge. Playing Buffalo is going to be a challenge, guys. This ain't easy. You know, as many games as Kansas City has played within the last 3 seasons, doing what they have done, trying to go to 3 consecutive Super Bowls, people really have their stuff figured out. Everybody thought they had them figured out tonight, but boy, Kansas City even added more plays. Even their offensive lineman, one of the offensive linemen caught a touchdown pass. So it was beautiful to see that. So let's see. When we played Buffalo, we were at home, and we lost 38-20. So revenge, guys. Revenge, right? So Buffalo beat us. They beat us pretty good. Beat us by 18 points. The way I'm seeing it here, 38-20. Now that was the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, week 5. But we really turned it around. They were even showing that graphic tonight. It was like the first 6 or 7 games, we were almost dead last in defense. And the last 6 or 7, 8 games, we've picked it up where we're the first defensive by as far as giving up points. We were giving up if I remember correct, 30-something points or something like that a game. But in the last few games, we've been only giving up about 16. So last 7, 8 games. So we are doing pretty good, making a difference, making a turnaround. Tank, what are you doing? Don't be over biting stuff and attacking things. Tank's over trying to get stuff again. So comment down below who your guys' favorite players tonight, what your favorite play was. Was it the touchdown for the offensive lineman? What was it? Comment down below what that is. Comment down below what you think also what will happen. What will happen next week? Bills versus Chiefs. What do you guys think is going to happen? What are you looking for in that matchup? Is it Josh Allen versus our defense thing? Is it Patrick Mahomes being like he is tonight? Mahomes went nuts, right? Is he going to do that again? Another thing, And this is going a little off topic. Not really. It's still football, right? Let me put my football down. It's still football. The Cowboys lose. Dak made a bad choice. But here's my honest opinion about that. San Fran, maybe they've improved. Maybe they have. Maybe they've been a solid team all year. I can't really say definitively that I've paid attention completely to San Francisco. But let me tell you guys something. I like the NFL. I enjoy watching my Chiefs play. I enjoy the possibility of maybe going to another Super Bowl this year and maybe winning. Maybe. Because as a Chiefs fan growing up as a kid, and I was born in 1986, as a kid, I didn't see anything the Chiefs get like what they're doing now for real serious, like what we're doing now, for a long time. We had some glimmers of hope in the early 90s, or late 90s, I'd say, when Joe Montana came over, and we had like a 1 or 2 little playoff run. You didn't really get much out of Rich Gannon, Elvis Gerbach. You didn't really get nothing out of that. But, of course, Trent Green brought some great seasons for us and stuff like that. But we really, not until Pat, right? Not until Patrick got there and Andy Reid did really things start to really manifest into what we're seeing now. So I understand. It's hard to do. It's one game, and you can get beat. That's the like double-edged sword with the NFL. I like Tank. Hey, Tank, go lay down. Go on. Go, Tank. Go to your bed. Go on, because you're trying to tear that up. Okay? So I like the NFL. I do, but it's a double-edged sword there. You have in NFL, it is different than with the NBA or NHL, Major League Baseball. Because in the NFL, you're just like college basketball. You could theoretically have the best team in all of what everyone has seen the whole season. And even in the first few rounds, first game or two of the playoffs, whatever, and then out of nowhere have a bad game and someone embarrass you and they'll go, well, that team is better. Kind of like with Tampa Bay last year. Oh, Tampa Bay's better. They embarrassed the Chiefs. They exposed the Chiefs. No, they exposed the Chiefs for one game. They game planned around that one game, and they were better that one game. People forget that the Chiefs beat them in the regular season. I guess it doesn't matter, right? Regular season. But the Chiefs beat them. So I don't play this stuff where, well, you're going to get the perfect champion out of this. I mean, honestly, Green Bay should beat the Niners, but the Niners could go in and beat the Packers. They could. They could. And are we really going to sit here and say, well, the 49ers are better than the Packers? If you're willing to say that, then you do not know sports. And you do not know, like, true identity of teams. You just assume. You just assume. You think you know, right? And that's the sad thing about sometimes with the NFL. That is the sad thing with the NFL and some of the individuals that was Nick Allegretti who caught the touchdown pass for one reception for 1 yard, and he threw Watt to the ground. That was funny. That's probably my favorite play of the game. But getting back to my complete rant here about the NFL, nothing wrong with the system to a certain extent. If you're one of those people who love just the circumstances of a team getting beat for one game and you get all hyped up about it and you run around and you're happy that some type of upset happened and it proves that you're better. And if you would go on and win a Super Bowl or something, oh, we're the best team this year. And some people say, well, they got better in the playoffs, so they were the better team come playoff. It doesn't matter if they're the better team, if they schemed or whatever. If you honestly sit there and think, for instance, like, let's just throw out a team. Cincinnati. Oh, they got a good offense. They got a spotty defense, but it's okay. But if you're sitting there telling me that the Cincinnati Bengals Or now they beat Kansas City. Also, I guess they're better, right? Even on paper, you really think they're better than Kansas City when Kansas City has it all together? You really think that? You really think they're better in Tampa Bay when Tom Brady's really going? You really think that Cincinnati's better than Green Bay? You really think that Cincinnati is better than Tennessee if Tennessee's fully healthy? We're going to find things out like this. And this is what I'm talking about. I don't like it when people do that. I just don't like it. I know it's going to continue to happen. Like if Pittsburgh would have beat Kansas City tonight, they would have just said, oh, it's Big Ben flexing his muscles one more time. They figured out Kansas City after that first time. They watched some tape. They knew what they were doing. They were the better team. Better team tonight, I guess you would say, but not overall, and don't try to play that. But that didn't happen. The Kansas City Chiefs demolished like they should. The better teams in these hard, tough situations should come out ahead. But when you play these games over and over, computer simulations, or if you could play them over and over again in real life, you'd have almost the same outcome every time. But there are a few times out of 100 times, or even out of 10 times, that the lesser team is going to win. It doesn't make that other team better or fantastic or the cream of the crop of the whole entire NFL. It makes them better for that one game, and unfortunately, sometimes it's in the playoffs and it's in the Super Bowl. It happens. But in the NBA, see, you don't really get that. Even if it was in the NBA Finals or Conference Finals, first round, you could beat. Like right now, the Warriors are playing lights out. So whoever may go up against them first round might get lucky and beat the Warriors 2 or 3 games. If they're lucky. I don't think 3 games. But maybe they win the first game and everybody gets starting nervous, right? Heck, maybe even after the third game, they win the second game, right? Or after the second game, they win the third game. Then everybody's like, oh, 2-1, 2-1, 2-1. Worry. What happens when it gets close to 6 or 7? The Warriors are winning the series. Because in the NBA, you have to prove that you're not a fluke team. You have to prove that you're not a fluke champion. In Major League Baseball, the NHL, you have to prove you're not a fluke. You've got to get it right. And you have to get it right multiple times, not just once. So there's my rant. There's my rant about the NFL, right? Where's he at? Tank? Sorry about that, guys, for that delay. Tank was biting into something. And I had to step off for a second. So if you're watching a replay, fast forward it. Well, I don't know why I just showed you that, because you won't be able to know that until after you've sat through that part. So that was my rant about the NFL. I'm glad the Chiefs won. Predictions for the upcoming game versus Buffalo. We got to revenge that loss, and I'm never going to go against my team. And when you have Arrowhead backing you, and they're going to be loud, and they understand how we played in Week 5 and losing 38-20, so we know we've really got to play way better than that to make sure we win the game. Josh Allen is going to be doing what he does. They scored 40 points. I think our defense is different, though. I think our defense is different, and with that field, home field advantage there, we're in some good shape. This could be, and theoretically, this could end up being, there's a revenge tour either way. Because if the Chiefs beat Buffalo, that's one revenge game. Check it off. If Cincinnati upsets Tennessee, and I think Tennessee, if they're fully healthy, if Tennessee's fully healthy, right, then they should win that game, especially at home. But if Cincinnati pulls it off, Cincinnati has to come to Kansas City. So it'd be a revenge game. Kansas City went to Cincinnati. It was a tough one. Cincinnati just had too many over-the-top passes so I think that gets shut down and we could win that. And we could win 2 revenge games to go to the Super Bowl. Or you beat Buffalo and have to travel to Tennessee, which would still be a revenge game. Because that's something that you're going to be thinking about in the back of your head as a Chiefs fan, as a Chiefs player. Well, at least the players may not, but the Chiefs fans will. We'll be thinking about that. We'll be thinking about revenge and who we got beat by this season. The players necessarily won't, because like I said earlier, you can be as good as you want in a regular season and be obviously the best team on paper and the best team in stats and everything. Next thing you know, you get an unlucky break against some teams and you lose. And that's what happens. We lost to Tennessee 27-3, and that was horrible too. That was horrible, right? Derrick Henry, of course, 86 yards. He didn't really have the best game he could, but they just did it. A.J. Brown went off. Looks like 8 receptions, 133 yards, 1 touchdown. So we'll see. We'll see, right? Either way we go, this is the revenge tour now. Starts up because you're playing a revenge game in Buffalo, you're playing a revenge game if you play Cincy, and you were playing a revenge game if you play Tennessee. So here we go. All 3 teams beat us. So based on a regular season game, they're better than us. I think Vegas still has us as one of the betting favorites to win the Super Bowl between, I think, like us, Green Bay, and then Tampa Bay, maybe Tennessee sitting somewhere. I haven't looked up the updated odds. I can look at that real quick for you. Let's see. Vegas updated NFL odds. Let's see. All right. Let's see if it has. When I click on this, is VegasInsider.com. Let me see what they say. NFL odds playoffs. They do have. Looks like Tennessee is a favorite by 2.5 against Cincinnati. Kansas City is a 2.5 favorite against Buffalo. Green Bay is a 4.5 against San Fran. And it looks like the Rams are a 5.5 above Arizona. Let's see if we can find Super Bowl odds real quick. Let me see. NFL futures market. Yeah, so we want to see. Okay, so Super Bowl 56 odds. Green Bay is number 1, Kansas City 2, Buffalo Bills 3, Tampa Bay Buccaneers 4, Tennessee 5, San Fran 6, Cincy 7, Los Angeles 8, Arizona 9. So obviously, based on, even if you want to base your predictions for the games, Kansas City right behind Buffalo has the 3rd best odds, and they have to play Kansas City next week. So Vegas, the Sharks we call them, are looking at Green Bay, Kansas City, Buffalo, and Tampa Bay being the 4 best teams as of right now. Outside that 4 is Tennessee, obviously, San Fran, Cincy, Los Angeles, and then Cardinals. So go figure from there. So that's my point. I mean, Vegas knows, we know, I know. Kansas City is one of the better teams. So is Green Bay. But upsets happen. Upsets happen. So we'll see if they happen. Well, I don't think they will. So my prediction is Kansas City said we're 2.5. I got us winning that game by 10. I think, let's say 21-31, right? Can we do that? Yeah, 28. Yeah, 21-31. 21-31 Chiefs. I got us winning. I think we're going to be up 3, 21-24 or so. And then we get a late touchdown at the end there to seal it up. And I think Buffalo tries to drive and cut the lead, but we pick them off or turn them over on downs and nil the game, and then we win by 10. I think that's what's probably going to happen. We'll see. I think Cincy, man, the way Cincy's been playing, they have to go on the road, but the way Cincy's been playing, I like Cincy to win that game. Green Bay should take care of business against 49ers, and I believe Who does Tampa Bay play? Tampa Bay plays. I think they play the winner of Arizona and the Rams. Duh. So we'll see what happens with that one. If Tampa Bay should be at home. So if they'll be at home. Hard to beat Tampa Bay in Tampa Bay. So obviously we know from the Super Bowl game. So, but we beat them in a regular season. Whatever it is, what it is, right? Doesn't matter in a regular season. I know. So, all right, guys. If I had to guess, I'd say Tampa Bay, regardless, whoever it is, should have a fair, decent chance to win. But yeah, I got Kansas City next week, 21-31 by 10 against Buffalo. But could be a complete opposite. Could be Buffalo 31, Kansas City 21. We already know it can happen. It happened once, could happen again. But we should know, based on not just a Chiefs fan opinion, but the Vegas Sharks, the insiders, they have Green Bay, Kansas City 1-2 for a reason. They're the best two teams in football. If you can't see that, you don't know football. All right, guys, that's all I have. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share. Hit the little bell so you'll be notified next time we go live or upload. If you're watching a replay, please hit the like button and share it out. Comment down below what your favorite play of the night was, what your predictions for the Chiefs are going against the Buffalo Bills, and maybe throw out some other predictions for other games. So that's all I have, guys. Until next time, guys, let's celebrate the victory one more time. Boom. And we'll grab the helmet. Let's put it on. Can't even get my strap off. There we go. There we go. Strap it up for the Bills, baby. Strap it up. We're coming for you, Allen. We're coming for you. Chiefs Kingdom, baby. Number 1. Oh, praise God. No one got hurt tonight. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you. Amen, y'all. All right. Later.